Welcome once again to Channel 18, and this morning our guests from the Community Council of
Harwich Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, Chamber of Commerce. I got it right. And as you know, we have Cyndi Williams and Jeremy Gingras. And Cyndi, we always like to start with the lady.
Why, thank you. Good morning. Well, we have a lot to cover this morning once again. Plenty of events coming up in the town of Harwich. But I think we're going to start with Jeremy on some of the things that we've had challenged over the last month or so.
Sure. You know, as everybody knows, we've certainly seen our share of snow over this past summer, and it's been quite a devastating winter for a lot of our retailers and restaurants and businesses across the board. We partnered with Mass Retailers Association of Massachusetts, and we launched a survey to find out just how much of an impact it had on our local businesses. The reports are actually, they're quite devastating. Retailers and restaurants are showing for the months of January and February a 49% decrease in sales, simply because people can't get out, they can't walk around, and it's just been a constant battle with the snow. Combined with that, payroll has been down 14% in those two industries, and in Harwich we feel that even more so because most of our businesses are independently owned, and it's the owners of the business who are actually the ones in the store working all those hours. So the payroll for business owners is down even more so than the state average. So that really plays an impact on that. And then you add in the cost of added snow removal, heat. We had a very cold winter. Fortunately, prices for oil were down, gas wasn't, and electricity certainly was up there. So some added costs have come in the form of that. And quite a few retailers found it actually better to just close their doors longer than they normally would have. On the plus side, though, people are eager to get out as the snow starts to melt and as we start to see some of the progression towards spring. And our bookings for early season and into the summer season are up over 11% ahead of last year, which was a pretty good year to begin with. So that's a positive thing. We've been doing a lot to help promote that. We took out some ads in the local newspaper promoting retailers and restaurants, and a lot of our members have some really good sales going on right now. So we're trying to start to reinvest back into it and get things jump-started for a spring season, taking that into the summer, and hopefully we can get the last 2 months behind us. It's going to be a tough thing for businesses to make up. But we're going to give it a go, and we're going to see if we can exceed last year.
I know it's very difficult inventory-wise to get rid of winter inventory when you can't be open.
Yes.
You know that, and when you get into March, you're almost into next fall or winter because heavy coats and they're just not marketable.
Right.
So, I can see where a lot of businesses had some problems, at least the clothing business.
Clothing, and a lot of specialty shops and stuff too. I mean, retail pretty much across the board had some issues, and restaurants too. People just weren't going out.
No.
Most of the storms happened later in the evening, so a lot of our restaurants had some hits at nighttime dining. So it was certainly a difficult time these last 2 months. I know Bonnets, they pushed their reopening date back 2 weeks. They're reopening this Saturday. We have like Cranberry Jewelers, they're having a 50% off diamond sale. So I mean, they're having some pretty good sales to help.
That's pretty good.
Bring some of these things up. So.
And then Protocol, she always has a great special board in the shop too, and she's got some wonderful things happening down there. We've got Whimsy down in West Harwich. There's, like you said, Cranberry Jewelers with the 50% off diamonds. If you're in the market for a diamond, why not? Carl's got something for that. And then we also have some of the restaurants and the I think craft beer samplings and such down in Harwich Port with Cranberry Liquors. So
Well, and this weekend brings St. Patrick's Day, so
Yeah, that's
that's typically a time where a lot of the restaurants have some higher bookings, so they're hoping to build on that a little bit more. Like you said, Cranberry Liquors has craft beers on sale, which goes hand in hand with St. Patrick's Day, and several of the restaurants have corned beef and cabbage, and the traditional St. Patrick's Day fare. So there's lots going on, lots of opportunities. This weekend should be a good weekend to get out and try some different things that maybe you haven't tried before, and do some other things. I do want to point out, I will say the last storm we had last week, the town did a great job getting out in front of it, plowing and also making sure the sidewalks were cleaned before the weekend, and that had a big impact on how the weekend went for a lot of the retailers. Because if people have to tramp through snow to get to a store, they're just not going to do it. So getting out ahead of it and making sure the sidewalks are cleared and stuff so that people can get out and go from store to store certainly makes a big impact on the local economy.
It sure does, yeah.
So,
but to now on some brighter things too, we've got our events coming up this month. We've got the comedy night, Who's Laughing Anyway, at the Monomoy Regional High School, a fundraiser we're doing for our scholarship foundation.
And that's hosted by Mike Devine, who's with the Harwich Junior Theater. He's done a lot of improv teaching there. So he's got some kids from the Monomoy schools, some people from Harwich Junior Theater who are doing some comedy improv, stand-up comedy improv with some props and different things. So that's certainly going to be a lot of fun. And it's a family event, so we kept the prices down. It all goes towards the scholarship. That's $10 for students, $15 for adults, with a max of $50 per family. So that's a great opportunity for people to get out and have some fun. And that's on the 26th of March.
Correct, 6:30 to 8:30 at the Monomoy Regional High School.
Right across the street.
Right across the street
right
from
in
here,
the
yes.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful auditorium, so we're very excited to be able to have that there as well.
That's right.
Then we jump into April with the Lower Cape Expo Home and Garden Show at the Cape Cod Tech on April 11th, 10 to 4.
Saturday, April 11th, 10 to 4, our 7th annual Lower Cape Home and Garden Expo. That is a great event. It's combined with the 5 Lower Cape Chambers of Commerce, Harwich, Chatham, Brewster, Orleans, and Eastham. We get together about 70 to 75 or so vendors from a wide variety of fields, whether it's home and garden, landscapers, plumbers and heating, financial planning. The banks are there to talk to you if you need financing for any home improvement projects. We have health centers and a whole variety of different things. I know I'm missing a whole bunch, but it's always a great event. We get a couple thousand people walk through the doors for that.
Why is it such a short time, 10 to 4?
That's really, we've played around with different things. It actually, truth be told, we could cut the hours and would still have the same amount of people.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we have found that for home shows, most people start out at the 10, and really it dies down between 2:30 and 3 o'clock, and nobody comes out after that 3 o'clock. And it's the same for any home show, basically, that you do. We have talked in the past about expanding it to 2 days. Most of ours, our people didn't want to do it to 2 days. And then the other fact was we get a lot of people in just that one day. And increasing it to 2 days would not necessarily draw on the number of people in attendance. It would just spread them out more. So we do kind of like a 6-hour blitz, and it's been very effective. We have a very high return rate for our vendors. They feel the value, and they make some money off of it with new clients and so forth. So it's been a good opportunity for us to help get the word out with our businesses and the residents and people who live on the Lower Capes to find services for what they need.
Now, do you know of any Harwich businesses who are going to be there?
Sure. One of our silver sponsors is Cape Cod 5, and they've been at it since day one. Aside from Cape Cod 5, we have Cape Coastal Landscaping, who's been there from the very beginning. Robert Biauer
Okay.
Pine Harbor Woodworker, Pine Harbor. And there's several more too. I just can't
Okay.
think off the
Yeah,
top of my head. But there's a good variety of people from Harwich.
That's good.
And then we jump into May with the Toast of Harwich, our annual. This is the 14th annual.
Yes.
And the restaurants are starting to pour in. We have confirmed the Port, Ember, 400 East, and Cape Sea Grill, all part out of the Toast. And we have Burt Jackson coming back, and Cranberry Liquors is organizing all of our wonderful wines and a special craft beer event as well. And then after May, well, let's see, we jump into June. June would be our road race, but
yeah.
leading up to the road race, which we mentioned last month, we have our Biggest Loser Community Challenge that we partnered with NBC and the Biggest Loser. So we're starting to have people contact us regarding how they can be a part of that. That is a wonderful health and wellness opportunity for the community, especially as the snow does melt. We can get out and walk and enjoy everything, but also really get ourselves pumped up for a great season, but a healthy season as well. So
That's a weight loss? Is that
No.
what it-
It's a health
It's
program.
health.
So it's health in general. Whether you're looking for weight loss, whether you're looking for increased heart health, whatever your different challenges or what you're trying to accomplish, there's a wide variety of options to choose from. It's competitive based, and it's there's an online program to track it and that sort of thing. So it's a really good opportunity, but it's not just about weight loss. It may be about going from being able to run for 5 minutes to 10 minutes. It may be from just getting out and starting walking 10 minutes a day or anything like that. So it's a wide variety of options, and it's really just about getting active and being good role models for the youth, so that they see people out doing things, they're going to want to get out and do things, and it's just about building that community spirit.
and it's great team building too, whether it's the banks competing against the banks or some of the associations competing against each other. Jeremy and I, we both love a little competition. So it's really, again, that community spirit that is going to help encompass that and then lead up to the road race on June 27th.
Very good.
So,
And then you're really into
and then we kick
Then
into...
we're really into summer, and to answer Jamie's question, our musical strolls in Harwich Port start July 8th this year, Wednesday, July 8th, and they go every other week, every other Wednesday throughout the end of August.
Well, I hope they have good weather for those.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We
had
put in
all the
our
bad
request
weather
early.
already.
Yeah,
So,
There's no more precipitation to be had for the year.
there you go. We have it all.
but those are all the special events that we
yeah.
have. So yeah, we're just gearing up for everyone to come and experience all of Harwich.
Very good. Well, thank you for coming again, and thank you for the news. Everything is bright and going forward,
Absolutely.
and that's what we love to hear. So, and good luck with all of your projects.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.